Hey, I am Gokui, and the show starts now. This is Absolute Cinema! It was a sunny day on planet Earth, and Goku was training in the backyard of his house with a big smile on his face. He was excited at the idea of spending time with his son Gohan, who had grown up a lot since the last time he saw him. Gohan had become a brilliant academic, but Goku knew that his son still had incredible power hidden within him. Goku had just finished an intense training session when Gohan arrived home. He was wearing a new uniform unlike any other Goku had ever seen. It was a white gi with gold details and a mysterious aura surrounding it. Hey Gohan! That's a cool uniform! It looks like you have something special planned today! Goku exclaimed excitedly. Gohan smiled and said, Yeah, Dad, I have something for you. Something I learned during my academic research and my own training experiences. But I'm going to need your full attention. Curious, Goku agreed and prepared to see what Gohan had in store. Gohan took a deep breath and suddenly his body began to emanate an incredible powerful energy. His skin began to glow with a golden hue and his eyes turned bright green. Goku watched, mouth agape, as his son transformed into a form he had never seen before. It was a spectacular transformation with an aura that seemed to contain the power of a god. Oh, that's amazing, Gohan! Goku explained, impressed by this transformation. You have become even stronger than I could have imagined! Gohan explained that this was his new transformation, the ultimate mystic form. A technique he had developed during his intense studies and training. He believed that this form was the key to protecting the world from future threats. Goku was excited and proud of his son, but at the same time, he felt a little scared. He realized that Gohan was at a level of power he had never imagined, and it made him wonder if he himself was failing behind. However, Goku knew that the most important thing was the safety of the world, and having his son as such a powerful ally was such a blessing. He smiled at Gohan and said, Gohan, I'm proud of you, son. Together, we will continue to train and protect our world no matter what. Gohan agreed, and father and son continued to train together, determined to face any challenge the universe could throw at them. Goku was scared by Gohan's new transformation, but he was also excited to see how much his son had grown as a warrior. And together, they were ready to face any threat that loomed on the horizon. It was a quiet afternoon at Mount Paozu, where Goku and Gohan were training. Goku was excited to spend time with his son, while Gohan was determined to show his father the new level of transformation he had achieved. Gohan was using the new white gi with gold details that he had developed, and suddenly an idea popped into his mind. He thought it would be the perfect opportunity to show Goku the transformation he had mastered. He concentrated deeply, and a golden aura began to surround his body. Goku, noticing the change in Gohan's energy, became instantly alert. He recognized that golden aura as he had seen it before during the fight against Cell. Wait! Gohan! That aura! It can't be! Goku exclaimed, his eyes widening in surprise. Gohan smiled and nodded, maintaining his transformation. Yes, father. This is the same form I used against Cell. But now I have completely dominated it. Goku was stunned. He clearly remembered the last time Gohan had used this form. It was during the epic battle against the villain Cell, when Gohan transformed into an incredibly powerful warrior surpassing all limits. The battle had been fierce and exciting, and Gohan had proven himself to be the hero everyone needed. That's amazing, Gohan! Goku exclaimed, his eyes shining with admiration. You've truly become a master this way. It's amazing to see how you've grown as a warrior! Gohan explained to Goku that since that time he had trained and refined his ability to use the Super Saiyan Maximum form. He perfected his control over it, becoming able to maintain it effortlessly. and increase its power even further when necessary. Goku was proud of his son and at the same time felt a deep sense of confidence that the world was in good hands. Now that Gohan had mastered this form, Goku knew that his son was a warrior capable of facing any threat that came his way. The two continued to train together, with Goku eager to learn more from his son and Gohan eager to share his knowledge and further hone his skills. Father and son were united by the power of the Super Saiyan and their commitment to protecting the world. As Goku and Gohan enthusiastically trained on Mount Paozu, a mysterious figure suddenly appeared before them. It was Whis, the trainer and assistant to the god of destruction Beerus. "Hello, Mr. Goku. Gohan," Whis said in his characteristic calm tone. "I have an important message for you." Goku and Gohan turned to face Whis, surprised by his presence. "Whis, what are you doing here?" asked Goku, curious. Whis smiled and says, "I came here to bring interesting news. The Grand Priest and Zeno-sama have decided that it is time to hold the second tournament of power." Goku's eyes lit up with excitement. He remembered the first tournament of power, an epic competition between universes that brought out some of the most powerful warriors in the multiverse. It was an emotional experience that Goku would never forget. "Huh? A new tournament of power?" Goku exclaimed. "This is amazing! I can't wait to fight again!" Gohan was also excited about the news, although he was more reserved in his expression. He knew that this would be another opportunity to test his abilities and protect his universe. Whis explained that the Tournament of Power would be held soon, and that all universes would be involved. The two warriors listened intently as Whis detailed the rules and consequences of the competition. "This tournament would be a test of strength, strategy, and determination," explained Whis. "Universes that fail to do well will be erased from existence. Therefore, it is imperative that you choose your members carefully and prepare accordingly." Goku and Gohan nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation. They knew this tournament would be one of the toughest challenges they have ever faced, but also a unique opportunity to prove themselves and protect their universe. As Whis prepared to leave, he took one last look at Goku and Gohan and said, "Remember, training and honing your skills are keys to winning. Make sure your powers are at the peak before the tournament, and may the gods be with you." With that, Whis disappeared as quickly as he appeared, leaving Goku and Gohan with a mix of excitement and determination. They knew that a new epic challenge was about to begin, and they were ready to face it with all their power and fighting spirit. As Goku and Gohan prepared for a second tournament of power, at Zeno's palace, the king of everything, also known as Zeno-sama, sat on his golden throne with a curious look on his face. He turned to Daishikan, his personal assistant, who was standing next to him.
"Daishikan, I'm looking forward to the second tournament of power. The first time was so exciting!"
Zeno-sama exclaimed excitedly. Daishikan, with his usual calmness, replied, "Yes, my lord. The first tournament of power was an extraordinary event. However, we must ensure that everything goes off without a hitch this time." Zeno-sama nodded in agreement.
"Of course, Daishikan! Everything must be fair and exciting. I want to see the most incredible fights and the most powerful warriors from all the universes."
Daishikan nodded and began to explain the details of the tournament, including the rules and implications of each round. He also mentioned the need to maintain order between universes and ensure that no universe tried to cheat.
"Understood, Daishikan. Let's make this tournament of power an unforgettable event,"
said Zeno-sama with a smile. Daishikan agreed, and together they began planning the final details of the tournament, ensuring everything was ready for the big day. Meanwhile, in Goku and Gohan's universe, the warriors continued to prepare with determination, unaware that the fate of their universes was about to be decided once again on the thrilling stage of the Tournament of Power. Daishikan, as he continued to plan the second Tournament of Power with Zeno-sama, could not help but reflect on the previous tournament. He clearly remembered how those mortals, including Goku and his companions, had surpassed all expectations and defied even the most powerful gods. While looking at the records of the first Tournament of Power, Daishikan sighed deeply and muttered to himself, "Mortals, they are truly amazing. In the last Tournament of Power, they demonstrated unimaginable potential and reached unbelievable levels of power." He thought of Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and all the warriors who had excelled the competition. They had challenged gods of destruction, angels, and even Zeno-sama himself with their determination, strength, and fighting spirit. Mortals have the power to surpass themselves, to become a threat even to us gods. Daishikan murmured, a thoughtful expression on his face. They are an unknown, an enigma that we can never underestimate. He knew that the Tournament of Power was a way to test the strength of the universes and eliminate those who weren't up to par. However, Daishikan also realized that mortals had the potential to grow and evolve further, becoming even more formidable in the future. These thoughts in mind, Daishikan was determined to ensure that the second Tournament of Power was fair and exciting, but also closely monitored to avoid any potential threats to the gods and the multiverses. As the tournament approached, he knew he would have to be alert for any unexpected developments, as mortals continued to surprise everyone with their tenacity and resilience. In his heavenly sanctuary, Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, sat on his throne, deeply absorbed in his thoughts. Whis, his skilled assistant, noticed his master's thoughtful expression and decided to broach the subject. "Lord Beerus, I've noticed you've seen worried lately," Whis said, keeping his tone calm and respectful. Beerus sighed and scratched his head, revealing his concerns.
Whis, I'm starting to think this new Tournament of Power might be a mistake. Remember the last one? It almost destroyed everything.
Whis nodded, recalling the chaotic events of the first Tournament of Power and how Goku had instigated Zeno-sama to erase entire universes. "Yes, my lord, I was there. It was a delicate situation. However, we must remember that the purpose of the tournaments is to balance existence and eliminate weaker universes." Beerus frowned, clearly uncertain.
I understand the purpose, Whis. Don't you think there might be a better way to do this? Destroying entire universes seems like an extreme solution.
Whis pondered Beerus' concerns, and after a moment of reflection, replied, "It's true that the process may seem cruel, but we must trust Zeno-sama's wisdom. They see the bigger picture and understand the need to maintain balance in a multiverse." Beerus sighed again, knowing Whis was right. However, he couldn't completely get rid of this doubt.
I hope the second tournament is less chaotic, Whis. Let's hope the mortals understand the implications and consequences of their actions.
Whis agreed with his master, pledging to closely monitor the development of the tournament and intervene if necessary to prevent a disaster. As Beerus continued to ponder the nature of the Tournament of Power, he knew it was in his hands, along with Whis' help, to ensure that the event did not culminate into a cataclysmic disaster for Universe 7 and its inhabitants. Deciding to discuss his concerns with Goku, Beerus, the god of destruction of Universe 7, asked Whis to take him to planet Earth for a meeting with the Saiyan. Whis, as always, promptly complied with his master's request, using his teleportation ability to instantly take them to Goku's backyard. Goku was there, finishing an intense training session with Gohan. They were sweating and panting, but excited. When they saw Beerus and Whis appear, they were surprised, but Goku quickly waved enthusiastically.
Hello, Beerus!
"What's up, Whis? What brings you here?" Goku asked with a smile. Beerus crossed his arms and looked seriously at Goku before replying.
Goku, we need to talk about that second Tournament of Power.
Gohan also approached, curious to hear the conversation, and Beerus continued.
I'm worried, Goku. The first Tournament of Power almost led to the destruction of several universes. I don't want something similar to happen to us. Not this time.
Goku, always optimistic and willing to fight, was a little surprised by Beerus' seriousness, but then nodded, understanding his divine friend's concerns. "I understand, Beerus. Indeed, That tournament was crazy, and the consequences were serious, but, we also know incredible warriors from other universes who can become allies. Beerus sighed, realizing that Goku was partly right.
You do have a point, Goku. But we must take precautions this time. I suggest you train hard, harder than ever before, and that the mortals of our universes are aware of the consequences.
Goku and Gohan nodded, accepting the responsibility of training and preparing their fellow warriors. They knew that the second tournament of power would be an even greater challenge than the first, and the safety of their universe was at stake. Whis, observing the conversation, added, "I will also be available to help the training if needed. Preparation is key. Remember that." Beerus agreed, and everyone knew that facing the second tournament of power would be an arduous task. But they were determined to protect their universe and avoid any catastrophe. With the conversation over, Beerus and Whis said goodbyes, promising to keep in touch while Goku and Gohan returned to their training, more aware of the challenge they faced. As soon as Vegeta learned about the second tournament of power, his determination and competitive spirit were immediately awakened. He was determined to become even stronger and assure that Universe 7 had a fair chance in the tournament. Wasting no time, he decided that the Time Chamber was the perfect place to intensify his training. Vegeta headed to the Time Chamber with a renewed sense of purpose. Inside, time passed so much slower compared to the outside world, allowing him to train for days, weeks, and even months in a matter of minutes. He was determined to reach new heights of power and skill. Inside the Time Chamber, Vegeta trained with relentless intensity. He focused on improving his mastery of the Super Saiyan Blue form and developing new techniques. He practiced his attacks and honed his combat skills, always seeking to surpass his own limits. Throughout training, Vegeta also reflected on his family and friends. He knew that their protection depended on his strength and determination, and this motivated him even more. He was determined to become the most powerful warrior he could be. As time passed inside the Time Chamber, Vegeta felt his power increase exponentially. He was approaching a new level of strength and knew he was becoming a formidable threat to any opponent in the Tournament of Power. When he finally emerged from the Time Chamber, Vegeta was refreshed and confident in his improved abilities. He was eager to join Goku, Gohan, and other Universe 7 warriors in preparing for the tournament. With each of them dedicated to reaching their full potential, they were determined to face any challenge that came their way in the Tournament of Power and protect their universe from imminent extinction. News of the second Tournament of Power quickly spread throughout the universes, creating a wave of excitement and anxiety among the gods, warriors, and inhabitants of the multiverses. This time, unlike the previous tournament, all universes, including those that did not participate in the previous competition, were invited to send their representatives to battle. In the universes that did not participate in the first Tournament of Power, the gods and warriors began to prepare for the large-scale competition. They knew that the future of their universes was at stake, and the opportunity to compete in the tournament was a once-in-a-lifetime chance to prove their worth. In every corner of the multiverse, the most powerful warriors have been chosen to represent their respective universes. The gods of destruction and angels supervised the training and gave advice to their fighters. Expectations were sky high, and everyone was determined to fight with everything they had. In Universe 7, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and other warriors continued their intense training, knowing that they would face even greater challenges this time, with the inclusion of universes they were unfamiliar with. They were also eager to see what new opponents would emerge and what strategies would be employed during the tournament. As the universes prepared, Zeno-sama and the Grand Priest oversaw the preparations, ensuring that all the rules were clear and that the competition was fair. They were eager to see the epic battles that were about to take place. With all universes participating, the second Tournament of Power promised to be an event of epic proportions, with warriors of all shapes, sizes, and powers fighting for survival as the fate of their worlds is at stake. The multiverse was on the cusp of a new chapter of its history, and the excitement was palpable everywhere. As the date of the second Tournament of Power was approaching, Goku, as the main representative of Universe 7, was excited to gather the participants and form a powerful team. He knew that the success of his universe depended on choosing the strongest warriors available. Goku called a meeting at Kami's palace, where he met with Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, Android 17 and 18, Goten, Trunks, and even the Supreme Kai. The atmosphere was filled with enthusiasm and determination as they discussed the details of the tournament. Guys, the second tournament of power is coming, and we need an incredible team to represent Universe 7! Goku declared with his characteristic excitement. Gohan nodded and added, "We have to choose the most powerful warriors and coordinate our strategies. Each of us needs to be in top form." Vegeta, with his typical serious attitude, agreed.
We cannot underestimate our opponents, Kakarot. We must train hard and be prepared for everything.
Piccolo, ever wise and strategic, suggested.
We need to think about how to face teams from other universes with unique abilities. Strategy will be crucial.
Android 17 and 18 were ready for action and promised to use all of their powers to protect their universe. Goten and Trunks were excited to prove their skills, while the Supreme Kai offered his knowledge and advice on potential opponents. With a diverse and talented team assembled, Goku and his companions began training with fever. They knew that the Tournament of Power was an opportunity to showcase Universe 7's power and ensure their survival. As the day passed, the Universe 7 team became increasingly stronger and more united. Everyone was determined to face whatever challenges lay ahead in the tournament, hoping to emerge as the victors and protectors of their universes from imminent extinction. In Universe 11, Jiren, the mighty warrior of the proud Pride Troopers, was living a rigorous and intense training routine as always. However, the news of the second Tournament of Power reached him, and something inside of him awakened. Jiren, known for his serious and focused nature, rarely showed emotions. But the prospect of a new tournament seemed to have lit a spark of excitement in his heart. He remembered the first battles and challenges he faced in the first Tournament of Power, and the excitement he felt as he tested his limits against powerful opponents. While training, Jiren began to smile slightly, a rare gesture for him. He knew that the new tournament would be an opportunity to challenge his own limits, prove his power, and perhaps find warriors as formidable as himself to compete against. The members of the Pride Troopers, who deeply admired and respected him, noticed the change in Jiren. They noticed that he was more motivated than ever and that his determination was even more intense. They were eager to support their leader as they prepared for the tournament. Jiren knew that the competition would be fierce and that the multiverse would be filled with powerful warriors from all corners. He was ready for battle and eager to face opponents equal to his strength. Jiren was determined to protect Universe 11's honor while at the same time finding personal satisfaction in fighting the best combatants the multiverse had to offer. His heart was filled with excitement, something rarely seen in him, as he prepared for yet another epic journey in the Tournament of Power. The origins of Beerus. The youth training. Beerus' past as a young god of destruction was a period of rigorous training and development of his divine abilities. His master was his own father, a respected member of the Doom Cat race.
Dad, are you going to teach me how to be a god of destruction?
Yes, my son. You are the next in line for our race. It is important that you learn to control your powers.
His father's wisdom. Beerus' father taught him the importance of balance between creation and destruction, ensuring he understood his divine responsibility.
We, as the gods of destruction, are not mere destroyers. We are balancers. Destruction is necessary to ensure the continuity of the multiverse.
I get it, Dad. I want to learn and train hard.
A determined student. Beerus was a determined and dedicated student, eager to absorb all the knowledge his father could offer him.
You have potential, my son. With training and responsibility, you will be an exceptional god of destruction.
I'll do my best, Dad.
Beerus' father saw the limitless potential in his son and made a promise.
Beerus, one day you will surpass your own father. You will be a god of destruction like never seen before.
I'll keep that promise, Dad.
Training under his father's laid the foundation for Beerus' future as god of destruction. With wisdom and guidance, he could become one of the most powerful and influential gods in the multiverse, maintaining balance and order with responsibility and determination. The legacy of the destruction cat race would continue, embodied in young Beerus. The fall and rebirth of Beerus. Spotlight on the cat breed of destruction. Beerus excelled from a young age in his breed of destruction cats. He was considered one of the most powerful and promising cats to ever exist. His father and the other members of his race looked at him with pride.
My son, you are a source of pride for our race. You are exceptional. I know, Dad. And I want to see what else the multiverse has to offer.
The challenge to warriors from other universes. Driven by a desire to challenge his limits and test his abilities, Beerus decided to leave his universe and explore others. He challenged warriors from different universes in fierce combat.
I want to learn to know the forces of other universes. I want to see if there's anyone who can surpass me.
His father, worried about the consequences of his insatiable desire for challenge, warned him of the dangers of his quest.
Beerus, strength is important, but so is responsibility. Don't underestimate warriors from other universes.
Defeat and humility. Beerus had faced incredibly powerful warriors from multiple universes, but he has also suffered difficult defeats. He realized that brute force was not always enough to win.
I've often underestimated my opponents. Strength isn't everything.
After his challenging experiences, Beerus finally returned to his universe. He had matured and gained a new understanding of his role as a god of destruction.
You're back, son. What have you learned? I've learned that strength is important, but humility and responsibility are also essential. I will protect our universe with wisdom and balance.
Beerus' journey to challenge warriors from other universes had made him more than just a powerful god of destruction. He became a wise and responsible protector of the multiverse, learning the importance of balancing his strength with wisdom and humility. The destined meeting. The search for mighty warriors. While young and looking for challenges, Beerus embarked on a journey to find powerful warriors in different universes. On one of his travels, he came across Kitela, the god of destruction of Universe 4. One of his travels, he came across Kitela, the god of destruction of Universe 4, who was looking for equally challenging opponents.
Who are you? Are you looking for a fight?
I'm Kitela, the god of destruction of Universe 4. And you, young god of destruction?
I'm Beerus from Universe 7. I'm always looking for exciting fights. Let's see what you got.
The epic showdown. Beerus and Kitela engaged in an epic battle that shook their respective universes. Their divine abilities were put to the test, and they both demonstrated incredible power.
You're strong, Kitela, but I still have more to show.
Don't think I'm going to lose easily, Beerus.
After an intense and inconclusive battle, Beerus and Kitela finally found themselves exhausted, but with respect for each other.
You are formidable, Kitela. It's rare to find a worthy opponent.
You too, Beerus. Maybe our rivalry can push us to be better. What do you think?
I agree.
An unexpected alliance. Despite their initial confrontation, Beerus and Kitela ended up forming an unexpected alliance. They shared a common goal of finding exciting challenges and strong warriors across the multiverse.
How about we work together to find challenging opponents?
I agree. Together we can make great discoveries. Worthy opponents are on our way.
This alliance, born from an epic encounter, would take Beerus and Kitela on countless adventures and challenges as they explored the multiverse in search for formidable warriors. Their initial rivalry turned into mutual respect, and their partnership became legendary among the gods of destruction. The eternal rivalry, the strong bond. The alliance between Beerus and Kitela continued to grow as they explored the multiverse in search of powerful warriors. Together, they faced threats and challenges from all corners of the cosmos, and this partnership brought a mutual understanding between the two.
Our alliance has been fruitful, Kitela. We have found incredible warriors.
Yes, and I have to admit that your presence brought an extra dose of excitement to our adventures.
The epic fight. On one of those adventures, Beerus and Kitela came across a formidable warrior from an unknown universe. The battle that followed was one of the most intense they had ever fought.
I won't lose this time, Kitela.
Neither do I, Beerus.
The eternal draw. The battle against Beerus and Kitela was an incredibly even fight, and in the end, they tied once again. The uncertainty of who was the strongest persisted.
I can't believe we tied again.
It looks like our rivalry will continue.
The perpetual rivalry. The rivalry between Beerus and Kitela has become an inseparable part of their lives. They continue to travel the multiverse in search of challenges, determined to prove who was the strongest.
One day, Kitela, one day, I will show you that I am the most powerful.
Go dreaming out there. I'll be waiting for that day, Beerus.
This eternal rivalry between the two gods of destruction has only strengthened their friendship and their determination to always surpass each other. Each encounter was an opportunity to test their skills and perhaps one day discover who, after all, was the strongest. Until then, the rivalry between Beerus and Kitela would remain an exciting part of their divine lives. The adventures of Beerus, the gourmet connection, the journey of exploration. Beerus, still young and thirsty for adventure, embarked on a journey to explore the multiverses. He traveled through and explored universes, discovering unique and exotic cultures, as well as challenging powerful warriors. In his search for new experiences, he finally arrived on a planet where something incredible awaited for him.
Now that's an interesting planet. What awaits me here?
The planet of culinary delights. The planet Beerus had discovered was known for its delicious and unique food, an expertise that no one should ever know. A tempting aroma filled the air, while countless food stalls displayed a variety of delicacies.
What an incredible fragrance. I have to try it all!
The unexpected encounter. While Beerus was enjoying his meal at one of his stalls, he was surprised by another foodie, Whis. Whis was enjoying an equally delicious meal.
Hey, you like good food too, huh?
Of course, Lord Beerus. Eating is a divine experience after all.
Wait, do you know who I am?
Of course I do. Everyone does. The gourmet connection. Beerus and Whis began sharing stories about their culinary experiences and the delights they had discovered on their respective journeys through the multiverses.
This place is amazing! I ate things I never imagined it could exist!
Dining experiences are one of the best parts of exploring the multiverses. An unusual friendship. Beerus and Whis soon realized that they shared a passion for food and a similar curiosity for the unknown. An unusual friendship began to form between the young god of destruction and the mysterious angel.
Hey, you're an angel, right? It's supposed to be serious, but it's a lot more fun than I expected.
Maybe you don't know me as well as you think, Lord Beerus. Thus, Amid culinary delicacies, Beerus and Whis began to build the foundation of a friendship that would eventually become one of the strongest and most lasting in the multiverse. Their love for food turned into a special bond that would mark the beginning of a divine partnership. The unexpected challenge. The company of Beerus and Whis. Beerus and Whis continue to explore the planet of culinary delights, enjoying every delicacy they came across. As they enjoy their meals, they share stories and laughs.
This is the best food I've ever tried! Yes!
Oh my god! Definitely one of the most interesting places we've ever visited! The threat appears. As Beerus and Whis prepare to taste a special dessert, a mysterious and sinister figure appeared before them. He was an unknown villain who boasted about his power.
I am the strongest on this planet, and I challenge anyone who dares to disagree!
You're disturbing our dinner. Go away.
The quick battle. The villain attacked Beerus, underestimating the god of destruction. Beerus, however, had no difficulty dealing with the attack. With a single move, he defeated the villain.
How is that possible?
I am a god of destruction. Don't underestimate me.
Whis is surprised. Whis watched the villain's quick and effective defeat with a smile on his face. He was impressed by Beerus' power. Oh, you surprised me there, Lord Beerus. Your strength is truly remarkable.
It's the result of a lot of training, Whis.
Satisfaction and continuation on the adventure. With the villain defeated in a way, Beerus and Whis continued to enjoy their meal with a sense of satisfaction and joy. They knew that together they could face any challenge that came their way.
Now, where were we? Oh yes, the dessert!
Oh, you're right, Lord Beerus. Dessert is the best part. And so, with the satisfaction of their meal and the thrill of the battle won, Beerus and Whis continue their exploration of the multiverse, ready for any challenge that came their way. To be continued. So hey, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, then hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.